Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Out of Character Podcast, where we get to know the voice actor behind the mic. And today, I'm here with...
I'm Blake Buchanan. I'm a voice actor. Hi, Mom.
Yeah, we're here with Blake Buchanan. It's nice to have you on board today.
Nice for me to be here.
Now, before we dive into the questions, Blake, do you remember the first time we first met?
How we first met? Yes, I do, and I hate it. I was a young person on the internet, and I really liked the show Spectacular Spider-Man. And I was like, I'm gonna make this. Me being like 14, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be awesome. And I got Shocker on board, and it didn't happen.
Of course it
But we still been friends, I guess.
So, when I first met you, was it like on Twitter, if I recall?
It was on Twitter.
Okay, yeah. It was on Twitter. Yeah, and back then on Twitter, you needed a voice actor for Venom for your fan-made Spider-Man series. And back then, I didn't realize you were a minor. And again, back then, I didn't realize you should never, ever trust minors, especially with projects like these, at all. 9 times out of 10, it never gets done.
To be clear, I'm not a minor anymore.
Yeah, you're not a minor anymore. You're not a stupid kid anymore. So good for you. You're a stupid adult.
What happened to Hi Hello?
Welcome to the club.
Welcome to the podcast.
But yeah, I think how we kept in contact was the fact I kept asking you to voice Tails for me in my comic dubs, and I guess a few other voices too when I wasn't doing Sonic, or if I needed you another character outside of Sonic. But yeah, other than that, I think that's pretty much how and why we kept in contact with each other, and now I can't get rid of you.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you for coming in today for the podcast.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
So, Blake, my first question: what inspired you to get into voice acting?
I just, I had been an actor on stage. I've been acting just like in general for this Christmas is going to be 12 years, I think. Like on stage and stuff like that. And, growing up, I would watch a lot of like Brian Hall videos.
Brian Hall?
I would watch a lot of Brian Hall videos. And he would do like impressions. And I'd be like, oh, that's cool. I want to do that. And then as the years went on, I was like, oh, this is a profession. You can get paid for this. I want to do this. And I've been doing it off and on ever since.
And from what I now understand, you pretty much don't do voice acting anymore, but you still do it from time to time, from what I know.
I do. I'm a filmmaker and a voice director now, primarily.
You remember like the first ever character or project? Well, you kind of already answered this, but do you remember the first ever role you ever had?
My first voiceover role I ever had was Plankton.
Plankton?
I was the voice of Plankton in a SpongeBob fan project. 'Twas Plankton.
Did that ever come out?
It did. I've played Plankton a few times. It did.
I don't think you ever showed me that.
Yeah, that was the first thing I did, and then I just did like a bunch of. I used to do plush videos on my old YouTube channel. Before that, got hacked, and I did a bunch of plush videos. So I did like Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck and like all those characters.
Okay, so I know you're famous for voicing Bugs Bunny and also Donald Duck. I mean, you're really talented with him. And Barry the Platypus, I have no idea how you do the voice for that.
There you go. Yeah, I did that, and then just people would just like, hey, you're cool. So I've just been doing it. And then Sebastian, who I believe was your last guest on podcast, kind of got me started kind of a little bit. He kind of, I was like, I love your videos and I want to voice act for you at the time. He was like, you're too young, but I am gonna help you a little bit. So I went out on more auditions for stuff, and I got a few things.
No, that's cool.
I
So
did Sonic
kind
stuff.
of I'm gonna go back to my second question. Well, kind of
Okay.
my third one, really. But what was your first big break?
Ooh, 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 ooh. Ugh. I guess all the Sonic stuff, because that was like that made me popular. I guess sort of.
Kinda, sorta. I mean, even though you're
Kind.
not really into
There's kind of
Sonic,
I'm not really in Sonic projects anymore. Kind of now it's Has Been Hotel. I've gotten like semi popular off Has Been Hotel stuff. I'm not. Ever since I became a filmmaker and I kind of stopped slowing down on uploads and stuff, kind of just like fucked up the schedule a little bit.
honestly, with your Alistair videos, Grandma and Gears, they're pretty good. Like they're pretty entertaining. The problem is that you don't really do them that often. So like, it always feels like every once in a blue moon where you get like an episode out, which I get. We all get busy. It happens to all of us, but I swear, like if you have more consistent schedule, you'll probably have more followers.
We are I'm currently editing a new episode of Grind My Gears with Alistair currently. And when we made the announcement video, a lot of people were very excited. So I'm for that show to come back. So
I'm gonna be honest, I kind of forgot you were doing
yeah,
another
you're
episode.
Shockers in the new episode, guys.
I kind of forgot I was in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
So, going back to here to my list, did you have like any formal training in voice work, or were you just self-taught?
yes, kind of all of it combined.
All the above.
Obviously I obviously kind of learned from to act from like being directed on stage. That kind of made me a better actor. Voiceover wise, it was Bob Bergen. I reached out to him when I was like 13, and he basically gave me a list of things that I would need to do. And yeah,
You
that's
still
what.
have that list, by the way.
Do I still have it? I have the email somewhere.
Well, I was basically wondering if you could tell us, the audience, and me as well, if you could tell us what was on that list, like what advice he gave you.
I could. He was just like work on more original characters, and because I sent him a video at 13 doing a lot of Looney Tunes impressions,
Uh,
he was like, "You're really good at it, but you need to learn how to do original characters because that will give you more jobs in the professional sense."
like,
And
agreed.
he just said to be trained. He just said keep working at it.
See, here's the thing though, what I don't think most people seem to realize is that just because you can copy a character's voice doesn't really guarantee you a job in the future.
Of course not. No.
And speaking to the audience, just because like I don't know, you can't do a voice of Bugs Bunny like him here. Like, it's not always gonna be one to one, and I believe it's always best to try and like make it your own character.
Yeah, you can merge voices together and get yeah, you can do that. I've done that several times.
So moving on to my next question here. Um what's one skill that significantly improved your voice acting?
To get more physical when doing it, to move your arms, to kind of embody the character. Yeah. So if I'm playing like Bugs Bunny, I'm more laid back. If I'm playing Alistair, I'm smiling the whole time. If I'm playing Batman, I'm like a tree. I'm stiff. I'm not moving. you know.
That's something I kind of learned as well. Because before, when I always like voice act, I just sit here in front of the mic, and even right now, I sound monotone as hell. And like, I learned to like actually move around my body, try to act out the scenes.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta embody that character. Uh,
It's not just speaking to the mic, which I didn't realize I was doing until like I realized like until someone gave me that advice, like, hey. Move your body around. Try to like act out your scene in your room. you know?
Yeah, and you know, because it is acting. I don't think a lot of people realize. People are just like, oh, you just go in, you do a funny voice into a microphone, and that's it. But no, it really is acting.
Yeah,
Uh, it's not easy. It is not easy at all. Like some people say it is.
it's not. And a lot of people think just because like you're a voice actor, you can do like 100 different types of voices. Like not everyone's Mel Blanc, you know.
No,
And there's
no,
some voice actors who are just famous off doing their just normal voice or just one voice. That's completely
uh,
fine.
yeah. I mean, like Lorenzo Music, who was the guy who played Garfield, that was his one voice.
And
And he's great. I mean,
I also like Keith David. Keith
Pete
David's
David is amazing.
he's a talented guy, but like he everyone knows him for his one voice.
Yeah. I mean, because his voice is just so perfect for that character.
And okay, this is another question, Blake. Not really on my list, but I am curious about it. So
Uh-huh.
you've been acting on stage, on camera, and behind the mic as a voice actor.
Uh-huh.
What you say is like different between the three experiences?
Um, I'd say stage and voiceover are very similar. Uh, in a sense, because in stage you use your voice more than you think.
Yeah.
You have to project the voice. Your body movements are important because if somebody's sitting in the back row, they can't see your facial expressions. They can't see um your movements sort of. So you really have to kind of over exaggerate your voice a little bit. Uh Acting on camera is very different. Um because you know, you got to get makeup and you it's kind of the same with stage, but you got to get all maked up, then you got to wait in between, you know, takes. But with stage and voiceover, it's just go go go, like you're just on the move.
So, but like with the camera acting, would you say you still have to like overemphasize your body movements or like your voice there the same way you
Not
do with stage?
not as much. You don't have to do it as much. And as a I'm gonna bring up me as a on camera director. I've directed a lot of stage people that I know. Um, because I want to work with people I know and people I trust. And I've had to teach them like you because they're so used to, you know, stage. So they're used to projecting or they're used to, you know, not moving their face as much or their body as much. But it is a key factor in camera on camera acting to you know because you're it's like you're playing a real person.
Okay, so what about like your experiences as a voice director, you know?
Voice directing, I love voice directing. I recently started voice directing and it I love it first of all. Voice directing, it's just you know because an actor will give I usually with voice directing, I will give the actor three tries or we'll do three takes in a row of the same line. So that way the director of the episode or the creator of the video will like, you know, have things to choose from. And I keep telling actors I direct, I'm like, give me something different every time. All three times, give me something different. Embody that character, move around, do something.
All right. So, on to my next question. Since you don't really like voice act that much anymore, I would like to say, can you share a moment in your career that felt like a turning point? You know, where you kind of transition to voice actor to director?
Um, yeah, I guess. I wanted to become a filmmaker because of I'm gonna give a shout out to my favorite filmmaker of all time, Chris Sanders. I saw his movie The Wild Robot in theaters opening night, And I remember just being enthralled by the story, by the characters, the
Still need to
writing.
watch that movie.
It's so good. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I just after it was over, I just sat there and I said to the person next to me, I said, "Okay, I want to make movies." That made me want to make movies because I saw what you could do in a format like that. It was beautiful.
Cause yeah, like I have like a little bit experience with voice directing. Of course, I haven't really done that many projects myself, but I have like helped others with their own voice acting and stuff like that. But other than that, yeah, I haven't had that much experience.
Yeah. And it was a whole different thing, because I had gone to directing um on camera actors in short films that I had directed and wrote and directed. And it's a whole different experience because I don't have to play with a camera or I don't have to, tell actors where to stand or it's very different.
Okay, so like one question I do have: do you think being an actor helps you communicate better with other voice actors or other actors?
Being a voice as like a director.
Yeah, as a director.
Yes, 1000% because I've been in their shoes. I know what it's like to I've just been in that position and I think more actors should become directors. I'm all here for it.
You really think so?
I'm all here for it. If they want to go for it, I would say try it cuz it is they think it's a sense of control. I want to clear a misconception I've heard about directing. Directing is not a sense of control. It is not, it's not. Sure, people do what you tell them, but it's not a sense of control. It's like party planning,
Like what?
like planning out a party. It's like because there's so many moving elements to a film. There's cameras, there's lighting, there's sound, there's the actors. And there are, directors who focus more on the camera and directors who focus more on the actors or the lighting or what have you. I try as a director to do all of that because I know what it should be in my head. I'm like, I want it like this. Let's get it like this. So I'm very, on the move, trying to get whatever it is done.
Okay. Okay, moving on to my next question here. Um, when directing, how do you balance your own creative vision compared to the actor's own interpretation for the character?
That's a really good question. um, you gotta be okay. There's a because I've gone through this. I went through this on a short film. Um, you have to be more open to the actor's ideas. I'm as open as possible as somebody if somebody gives me an idea, I will sit there and I will think and I will say, that's a good idea. Or no, let's think of something else, but that was good. And there are some actors that direct the scene and don't let you do your job. And I had to tell an actor, I said, look, I'm the director, you're the actor. I appreciate you trying to help, but that's what I'm here for a reason.
Well,
That's
VA, that feels like that goes against like your point before about how directing is not about control.
It's not about control at all.
But I get what you're saying. You have to put your foot down if you want like your own vision to come true. You know.
Yeah, that's why you get the director. That's why the director's there, so they can get their vision.
So between like actors and directors, would you say like the relationship between the like more about compromising?
Um, no. Every actor I've directed, I have a very good relationship with. We don't really have to compromise. Actors are very open to what you want to do. And luckily, when I come to an actor with an idea, they're like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." Um, on my I'm not trying to promote my upcoming film shooting in the summer, but I have a film called The Ballad of Lucy Frankenstein, and Nicholas Dreyer, who is an actor in the film. Shout out shout out to you, Nick. Uh, he's an actor in the film. He plays Victor Frankenstein. I just handed him the script, and he's just like, I have no notes. Let's just do it. So they're just actors are very open to things, and so are directors.
Way to self promote yourself, but okay. No, I'm kidding. That's the whole
Gotta get
point
the
of
word
this
out
stream.
there.
I mean, that's the whole point of like this interview, anyway.
I got to get myself out there. Got to talk about my movie.
Okay, going back to my voice acting questions here. Uh, how did you approach bringing a character to life through your voice?
I'm gonna use an example of an original character versus a well-known character I've played in fan projects. Okay, so I play a character called BB1, and that's an original character. And ooh, and and I just look at the character, and I try to bring some of myself to it while also listening to the creator's notes that he has. And then doing like Bugs Bunny for like Sebastian or somebody is like they let you play around with the voice a little bit. You still have to stick to a blueprint because Bugs Bunny has been around for decades, right?
Pretty much. But like when you look at someone like Bugs Bunny, like he has an iconic voice. If you just look at a picture of him, you hear his voice in your head. Or if you just hear a random audio file, you just go, oh, that's Bugs Bunny, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
But unlike a character like Sonic the Hedgehog, who has been associated with a multitude of voice actors, he doesn't really have an iconic voice like Bugs. Because, like, if anyone looks like Sonic, you might hear Roger Craig Smith, Devin Mack, Jason Griffith, just a whole multitude of them. He has an iconic attitude and an iconic personality, but an iconic voice, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, so no, I love playing Bugs Bunny. Bugs Bunny is who I wish I would be. Chuck Jones has a very funny quote about Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck. He said, "Bugs Bunny is who we wish we could be, but we all know we're Daffy Duck."
Why did he say that?
Because Bugs Bunny is just like an asshole. Honestly, he's the world's greatest asshole, and he's just so chill and laid back. But then Daffy is just angry all the time.
Effie would.
That's right, I would be. Yes, I definitely would.
Hey, your Daffy boy.
Yes, it is. Yes, yes. That's my favorite. Yes. Woohoo!
All right, all right. Going back to my voice acting questions. Do you draw inspiration from specific people or experiences when creating unique voices?
Uh, yes, I pull from everything on all fronts. Um, we do. I go to my wheelhouse of impressions and I of movie actors and characters. Not necessarily cartoon characters. If necessarily, I will. But I was going. This project is canceled now, so I can talk about it. um, I was a part of this original superhero animated show, and they had a character on it who was like a scientist type character, and they were like, "Just come up with a voice." And I was just like, "This guy reminds me of Jack Nicholson, Jack from The Shining." So I said, "Jack from The Shining." And then another example is when a director knows what he wants, like Blue Bolt VA for Blue Bolt, I play a character called Hypnoclock. And I was like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "Alex Brightman from Beetlejuice." So I said, he's like, "Can you do that?" And I was like, "Well, I don't know, maybe just a little bit." So I did it, and he was like, "Oh hell yeah, you got the job." Now with directing, I either directing actors or directing I'm gonna use the example of directing films. I watch movies all the time. I try to watch a movie a day. I watch movies all the time.
Pretty much a
And
moviegoer, huh?
I am. I go to the movies every weekend. I go and see what's out. I love supporting film.
How the heck do you have like that much money to go out to the movies like each every week?
I go
I
to the
I,
movies.
I don't get it.
I just go to the movies every weekend. I do. And if not, I just like to see what new is out or something I missed in theaters. But like I watch movies all the time, and some of my favorite filmmakers are like Steven Spielberg. I love Steven Spielberg's movies. I think he's a genius. And I look at his camera work and the way he directs his actors. So yes, I pull from many different sources.
Here's my next question. What's the most challenging character or project you ever worked on?
Anytime I have to play Batman is very hard. Because
Really?
that's a character with no emotion or anything. Doesn't emote. Is very still. Is very commanding. So yeah, Batman's very very difficult. But I love him. You know, in a professional sense, if I were to voice anybody for like a major company, it'd be Batman. That's a dream role of mine. I love Batman.
I wouldn't imagine Batman being like that difficult to do because of the fact he doesn't emote, you know?
It's that's a very difficult thing because Batman is down here. If you could see if you could see me right now, I'm very still. Batman is very is very slow. And
I mean, you kind of sound like the Batman from what was the one Batman movie where the Riddler?
from the Batman.
Okay, yeah.
From the Batman.
The Batman. Look, don't judge me, okay?
Name is the Batman. Um, no, I the way I came up with that was just like my own version of character because like there's Kevin Conroy, of course, and there's like Reno Romano and like Roger Craig Smith. They all play Batman, and I was like, what does my Batman sound like? So I just said this right here. Or if I wanted to get a little louder, I would kind of pull from Kevin Conroy a little bit.
I never played Batman before, so I can't really speak, but I've always wanted to, but I always felt like I never really had like the vocal range for the character.
The first time somebody had me say I'm Batman, I got really giddy. I was just like, because you have to lean in your mic and say it. You say, "I'm Batman," and then I was working with the director, and I was just like, "Oh, yeah, I said that." I was very excited.
I suppose like now the most challenging voice you could try to do is Tails since you can't do it anymore for
Oh
whatever
yeah, I
reason.
can't. Hi everybody. Oh,
Oh god,
hi,
what was that?
I don't know.
That sounds like a very high pitched Morty voice.
Oh jeez. Oh Rick.
Now that sounds like Shaggy.
Like man scoop. Yeah, if I do Morty for too long, I kind of slip into a man.
Alright.
Like it's scary.
Okay, so have you ever done like long recording sessions, like maybe like by yourself or like maybe like one on one with the director, probably in a Discord call or something?
Yeah.
So like okay, since you answered that, this kind of goes with my next question. Have you ever struggled with maintaining a voice for a long session? How did you manage
Oh,
it?
oh boy, have I. Oh boy, have I. Hypno Clock on Blue Bolt is a very hard character. Because his voice is very gravelly and very loud. He loves to be loud. So imagine talking like this for like an hour. It's not fun.
You sound like you smoke like a lot of cigarettes.
I smoke uh 15 packs a day or something. Yeah, whoa. uh it's like a buzzsaw. So yes, that one hurts a lot. But it's no, it's kind of better. You know why? Because when you do that for so long, my voice gets all scratchy, and it kind of helps the character a little bit. but yes, it is very, very hard.
Okay, so for my next question, how would you handle a script where the direction is vague or open ended? And as a
Oh,
director, have you ever like have like vague direction or open ended for your actors? Like let them, I guess, have fun with it.
yes, I have had that. I'm not going to call out directors, but yes, I have had that. And then they text you back and they're like, "This wasn't good." I was like, "You didn't give me any direction. You gave me nothing." Um, but for me as a director, no, I try to explain it so the actors understand. Um, so it can I try to be very clear in my direction, but also make it very easy for the actors. So no, I don't think for
But
me as a
but
director
like,
I do.
have you like try to give them more liberties to see like if they could be creative with the process?
Oh yes, absolutely. That goes back to my point of being more open. In my first short film, 48, there's a scene um, with the drug dealer played by my friend Sierra Schmitz, and she was like, we were doing a scene where two characters are pressed up against a wall, and they kind of have to trade off this bag of fake cocaine. It's not fake in the film, it's real, but like, I have to say that for legal reasons, so I don't get in trouble. um there was a scene, and then she gets handed the bag, and she's like, we were just rolling, and I tell the camera guy to keep rolling, and she just tosses the bag up in the air. She catches it and goes, "Pleasure doing business with you." I said, "Yes, I'm keeping that."
All right, but like, what about like the acting side? Like, where you experience that as an actor, like,
How do you handle a script where the direction is vague or open ended by the director?
Directors let me be very freeing, because I'm a loose cannon. If you put me in front of a microphone, I just go crazy. Um, even now, even though I don't do it very long, I still try to go crazy. I have given vague directions, have been given vague directions, but no, directors, I always ask, "Can I try something?" And then I just go crazy for like 30 minutes with stupid shit.
all right, so like, here's my next question. Have you ever disagreed with the director's interpretation of a character or scene? How'd you resolve it?
No, I try not to, because it's like it's their vision. I don't want to get involved. I have been given really shitty dialogue where I'm like, this is really basic. But I don't call them out for their really basic dialogue because, like, that's how they write.
Yeah, and plus, they're still learning, as a
Yeah,
writer.
yeah, 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 yeah.
But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
if you want to help them as a writer, like, give them some advice. Maybe you can. Do that.
I have, I've been given really bad scripts, and I've been given really, really good scripts. um, like Shakespeare level scripts. It's crazy um, how good some of them are.
Have you ever had to deal with unprofessionalism?
Yeah, a lot actually. Very much so, and I'm a victim of it because I used to be like that when I was younger, and now being a bit older and doing it a bit more. I try to have, like, I love joking around with like the actors, the directors, but then it gets to a point where we're like, guys, let's just we got a job to do. Let's just do it. Um,
Yeah, I would like to call out like this a bit of unprofessional on your part. Back when you played Batman for me, and
oh my
we
god,
had like this blooper I put at the end of the video where you said like "fuck you," he's a terrible director
like,
to me.
fuck you, terrible director. Um,
Like as unprofessional that was, I thought it was funny, so I kept it in.
I have no regrets.
Of course you know, you
I
asshole.
no regrets.
So on to my next question. What's the biggest challenge of being both an actor and a director, especially on the same project?
Ooh, um, You know what? I've never had that.
Oh,
I
really?
try not to. I did voice direct myself once. In my short film Square, there's a dream sequence with a dinosaur, and I did the voice of the dinosaur, and I did that over and over again because and then by the end of it, I was like, man, that director's horrible. Um, you know, but soon enough we will have that. I will. I don't know if I can say really. I will have a little part in my upcoming Frankenstein adaptation. So
Yeah,
we'll
I
see.
saw your movie. What was it? Square.
Where?
I have no idea what the fuck's
Oh
going on
my
with that.
god, not this shit again.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I've asked you like a bunch of times, like, hey, what does this even mean? Why is the character a Rubik's Cube? And I just don't know. You won't even tell me.
We will figure out soon. We'll all find out soon and we'll all be happy.
Why not just tell your audience, like right here, right now?
Right here, right now.
Yes.
So it actually means
Ah, you just.
I just muted my mic for the folks at home who can't see this.
Oh, you asshole.
Yep.
Fine, fine.
Okay,
Keep it that way.
Frankenstein will make much more sense. That's what I'm excited for.
Okay, on to my next question. What's a common misconception people have about voice acting or acting in general?
With voiceover, that is so easy, and you just go in and you make noises into a mic, then you get money. Not true.
Much. What about
I
directing?
Directing, you get more control than you believe. There's a lot of directors who don't direct their own don't write their own screenplays. So in that regard, it's more of the writer's vision. The director's just there to add their artistic flair. Unless you're like fucking again Steven Spielberg and you can literally do anything you want because you're fucking Steven Spielberg. um, and then there's writer directors like myself. I'm not a director for hire. I'm a writer director for hire. That's wrong. I'm not a director for hire. I'm a writer director for hire.
Much both.
I'm both. And I'm currently a producer on certain things and stuff like that. But main misconception is like the director just sits there in a chair, just sits there in a chair all day, and you know, uh, just tells them to stand there or just to look pretty or something. No, it's more complex than that.
All right. My next question: Do you ever find yourself? Do you ever find yourself directing yourself when acting? And does it become helpful or is it distracting?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Especially on like my own stuff, like grind my gears with Alistair. I have a certain way I want to say a certain line because I think Alistair would say it that way, or it would be funny, or like something. And I'm kind of hard on myself when directing myself. I wouldn't say I'm a perfectionist. I would just say because I don't do multiple takes of something unless it's necessary. If I get it once, then boom, I got it. But yeah.
I mean, I always try and make sure I do like at least like 3 takes. Like, sure, I have like one favorite take out of those 3, but like,
But just because like I have my own favorite take, that doesn't mean like that's the take that the director is gonna go with.
Yeah.
that's something I always thought. But anyway, as a director, what is something you wish more actors understood?
Something I wish more actors understood. That the director's under much pressure. A lot of pressure actually. It's very hard being a director.
Yeah.
Um and I wish, I've worked with like most of the actors I work with are very open and very cool with stuff. I wish more actors were just like not assholes. I wish some actors were nicer, honestly. Um
As someone who's also like been a director a little bit,
For me, being a voice director is pretty hard, especially since in my own projects I manage everything else. I like I said this before, like I always try to like give my actors a little bit more free reign. Because one thing is a little bit more or less work on my part. Two, I always trust my actors at least do the scene correctly, you know? And they always do. But if I have a problem with it, I always talk to them and say like, hey, can you read that line or that line, pretty much.
Honest, honestly, it's easier to be a voice director than it is to be a film director because there's so many moving elements. Making a movie is like a machine. A movie is like a machine because there's cameras, there's lighting, there's so much, and you just have to focus on all of that.
Yeah.
So it's very, very difficult.
For my next question, and this is for the vice versa, as an actor, what's something you wish more directors understood?
I can call out. I'm not gonna call out anybody, but
Yeah, don't call out anyone. We don't want any drama here.
yeah, fuck you, Mild Chalker. Oh,
Huh?
yeah, fuck off. No, what's something I wish which directors would understand? Oh, um, again, be more open with your actors. Don't just like so the director. There's a very famous film director, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood does not give any direction. What's as far as I know, no direction at all.
Sure about that?
Like I've seen video, he doesn't even yell action or cut. He just or like George Lucas, for example, Star Wars. Even his actors are like he gives no direction. He hates directing.
How the hell does how the hell does he still have a job? My question.
Because he made fucking Star Wars.
But
That's how he still has a job.
it's
He
just so
made
weird to me.
he made Star Wars.
Yeah, I get that, but it's still so weird to me.
He has that job because he made Star Wars.
Okay, I get it.
It.
I get it. Okay. Jeez, I get the point.
That's right. You better.
Okay. And on to my next question here.
Yeah.
How did you connect with others professionally in this industry, pretty much?
I just reached out, honestly, and I meet a lot of people at conventions. Um, and I just tell them, hey, this is who I am. This is my dream profession. Do you have any advice for me or for anybody? I just gather advice when I can.
Well, I say like professionally. I don't mean like professionals, because like I just don't mean like people who are in the industry, but like maybe like friends you work with, you know, friends that you
Oh,
met.
like Bob Bergen.
Bob Bergen's your friend?
Like Bob, he taught me for a while, so I don't know. I did email him recently. That was nice. No, I just reached out and I was just like, all I did was ask for advice, honestly. So I did. I just said, "Hey, can I have some advice?" And then mainly, people follow me, like well-known people follow me on the internet because of the
Like
stuff
Eric Bauza.
like Eric Bauza follows me on Twitter.
That was
Still,
pretty awesome.
that's crazy. I've met Eric a few times on Twitter Spaces. There's an audio somewhere of me and him doing dueling Bugs Bunnies.
I would love to see that.
I think I still have the audio somewhere in my notes app. But yeah, yeah, Eric's great. Yeah. So it's just like making stuff, reaching out, getting noticed, things like that.
Again, I'm not talking about like the professionals who are actually in the industry. I mean like the community you are in. I should probably like clarify that. So I apologize.
Thank you. Thank you. No, you're good. Um, it's just like being there. You just you I like to show people my work. Um, and be like, hey, let's try and do something together.
What is your opinion about the voice acting community, by the way?
Um, I like 80% of the people in it.
Just 80% of the people. Okay.
80% of the people.
Okay, I kind of get that's kind of a safe answer because there has been like a lot of shit going on in the voice acting community. I'm not sure whether or not you are aware of that or not.
I'm aware of some things.
So am I.
That's,
Sometimes I'm aware, sometimes I don't pay attention because I don't care about drama all that much.
yeah, like I used to be so active on Twitter. Now I just like post shit that's on my mind.
Like,
That's the only reason I go to Twitter now.
like every once a blue moon, you do that.
Once a blue moon, I tweet something about a movie or tweet something that I'm thinking about.
On to my next question. What advice would you give to someone trying to land their first role?
Um, just keep going. Oh, sorry, those were clothes hangers that just fell down. Uh, keep going. Um, because you don't get every audition, so just keep at it. Keep going. Do it. Don't wait. Like, because as soon as I knew I wanted to do this, I did it. Um, don't wait. Go ahead and do it if you can. Just don't be scared. You know.
Exactly, because like I've been doing this for like what 6 years or 7 years at this point. It can be really soul crushing because you're wondering whether or not if you just plain ass suck. And you know what? Some actors and some directors won't say that just to be nice, but maybe you do. I don't know. Yeah, I do suck.
Yeah. Right. And
Yeah.
what I would give to an aspiring filmmaker is like, just do it. You can make a movie on your phone. That's what I did. I made my first short film on my phone and just upload it, make it. James Cameron, who's the director of like Terminator and Titanic and Avatar, he just says his advice to filmmakers is just to simply be a director. You know, make something, slap your name on it as a director. Now you're a director. Like now you're that thing.
So for my next question, as a director, as a director and actor, which role or project pushed you the most creatively?
Uh, as an actor, I work a lot with somebody named Leaf Animations. Leaf Animations. Leaf is a Lego animator. He's a great guy. But his projects. Remember when I mentioned like earlier about how like some scripts are like Shakespeare? That his scripts are so good, and they push you as an actor. You know, you got to really get into the story, and he grabs you immediately. Um, and I love working with him, but he is kind of a struggle to work with because his dialogue is just so good. Um, as a director, again, bringing it back to Frankenstein, it's my upcoming one. That one is pushing me a lot creatively because there's so much more. Yeah, and I'm excited for people to see it. You know,
A lot of self promoting going on, folks.
a lot. You know, I bet. Listen, I've been working on Lucy Franken. The name of the film is The Ballad of Lucy Frankenstein, and I've been working on it since I was 12. I've been.
12?
I came up with the idea when I was about 12. Um, and I put it away for a long time, and then I picked it up like 3 years ago, and I've been working on it ever since.
Can you tell us about some projects that were never finished or like some projects you want to work on but you don't have the time to?
Yeah. One that's not finished. I have so many. As a screenwriter, I have so many. You know, I and then there's stuff I'm currently doing, which is kind of the same thing. But like, yeah, I would love
Also, like by not finished, I mean like maybe canceled, or just put in
some
the back burner.
canceled some stuff on the back burner.
Yeah,
Um,
that's that type of thing.
uh, uh, I did write an Elvis, satirical Elvis comedy called Elvis on the Run, which is has a finished script, which is so funny. I wrote it when I was like 16, and it was like the first like real thing I had written in a long time, and it's so funny and it's so good, and I want to see it made someday.
I hope you do. I remember you told me you were working on that film with your brother, I think.
Yeah, that's it. My brother was attached to play Elvis, but also direct, and it was so funny and it's so good. Uh, there's so much satirical shit about 1960s America, 1960 or not 1960s, but like 1970s America, 1970s, spy thrillers, or like 60s. It's very like James Bond esque, and it's very funny, and it had a lot of music in it, and I think I still have some demos we did with my voice as Elvis because we legally couldn't use his voice, so I stepped in and did his voice for it, and I hope to see it made someday.
Are there any like genres or styles you haven't worked on or worked in yet, but you want to?
As like an actor and or director.
Yes.
um as a director, I want to do them all. I want to, because some directors are like, uh, they're associated with one style, but like Robert Zemeckis and Steven Spielberg. Again, hello Spielberg, um, notice me, and hi, hi Steven Spielberg. Um, I to talk
Spielberg
about Steven
senpai.
to talk about Steven Spielberg for a second, I saw something where it said like he's been thanked more than like people's parents in Oscars acceptance speeches. Like
Really? Yeah.
people thank Steven Spielberg more than they thank their parents.
Oh my god.
So funny. Um, but like they for a long time, like Steven Spielberg made Jaws, um, and Robert Zemeckis made Back to the Future, which is like okay, this person does sci-fi, this person does horror, and they were like no, so they started to branch out. So honestly, I want to do them all. What I'm craving to do is like um, I'm currently doing Frankenstein, which isn't a horror movie. It's not
It's
scary.
not?
It's not. It's more emotional, and it's kind of it's a lot of it's a mix of a lot of genres actually. So it's got like an adventure sort of feeling. It's got the emotions in there. It's got romance. There's just so much on that one. So honestly, I'd love to do them all. As an actor, I don't know. I want to play a superhero so bad. I
Yes.
want to play Batman or Spider Man in a professional sense. I think that'd be awesome.
You
So,
know, if they ever make about I don't know, Jimmy Olsen, you can do that.
don't bring up that one.
Just saying.
Oh yeah, I'd love to play Jimmy Olsen. Even that would be cool. James Gunn, are you listening? CEO of DC, are you listening? Um, yeah.
Okay, so for voice acting, I know I brought up like canceled projects before, but like you didn't really bring up Peter Pan before.
Oh yes, yes.
You told me about it like a long time ago.
I did, and I still have my audio files from that.
So whatever
Uh,
happened to that?
that one breaks my heart. That one breaks my heart. I've recorded the entire first season and um half of the second, and it just stopped, and it breaks my heart because that character meant so much to me, and I'm currently talking to a screenwriter, and we're gonna try and bring Peter Pan to the big screen at some point, which is kind of like clarity for me, just like emotional, trauma to cope, I guess. But no, that character was fun. There's so many canceled things which didn't come out, which is like heartbreaking. It's always sad when a canceled project never, comes out.
Okay, but like the person who first like made the Peter Pan project, were they a minor at the time?
No, it was actually at the time. Yes, it was a buddy of mine from school.
Yeah, I
Mr.
figured. Like, well, not the school
Mr.
part, but like I figured they were a minor because, like, again, every time a project is made by a minor, it's 99% of the time never gonna get done. This is how it is.
This is how it was, and we sent out auditions on Casting Call Club, and we were all very excited. I was excited because I love that character very much, and it was so fun. If you ask me to do the voice now, I just say I'm doing it right now.
You would have
'Cause
made a great Tinkerbell.
it was just Tinkerbell didn't talk. She didn't talk. She
Yeah, I
just
know.
made.
That's why I say you'd be great for it.
I know we had Tinkerbell not talk though. She wouldn't talk. She didn't talk.
I know. That's I'm making a joke saying like that's why you would have been great for it.
Shut up. Ugh.
I know I'm an asshole.
Yes, very much so.
So for my next question, have you had a memorable experience with a fan project?
A memorable
Well,
experience.
not just a fan project, but like any project.
Ooh, all of them. Honestly,
Really?
hearing my voice come out of a character is very cool. Uh, I guess like BB1, when I did BB1 in Charge Anomalies, like hearing my voice come out of a real cartoon character was like kind of scary and also kind of cool at the same time.
Same, because like we were in the same project, but
Yeah, BB1 in
it was
Charge Anomalies.
amazing how we all got it done, despite the fact during the time we all had COVID.
Oh, that was a fun experience.
I know, right?
Recording it wasn't as fun, but seeing the finished project was just like, whoa, was so cool.
Like I like when it comes to characters, I love recording as a demon or some sort of demonic shadowy character. It is really fun.
And I'm lucky I still get to play that character. I played him again recently in something, came out like a few months ago, I think. Um,
Have I seen it?
it's one where he's like talking about like toads or something
Oh,
or mushrooms. I don't know.
you don't even know. Meanwhile, with my character, that guy's never coming back. I don't think.
No, I hope mine does. I hope mine does. Oh wait.
Shut up.
Oh wait.
All right. For my next question, what's the most surprising feedback you received about your performance?
I have two. I have two stories, not from a director, but some from two celebrities I've met at Comic Cons. On impressions. I once met Marty Grabstein, who's the voice of Courage the Cowardly Dog, and he was, I did my Courage impression, and he just started complimenting it. I was so happy. I thought I was gonna die. Um, and then the second one was huge. I had just played Jack Skellington in a Nightmare Before Christmas recap, and I met the guy who voices Jack Skellington, and I said, I do. I just played your character. I did it in a Lego project on YouTube. He said, okay, let me hear it. And I said, oh fuck. And I said, oh hello, friend. How are you? Oh, it's fantastic to see you. And he takes my arm and he goes, that's one of the most accurate impressions I've ever heard. I said, okay, I'm gonna go die now.
Wow.
So that was cool. And there's a lot of things. I met Colleen O'Shaughnessy when I was first starting out. And I was just like, yes, nice to meet you and all this stuff. And she said, okay. And she was just like, okay. I was like, I do tails. And she's like, oh, do it. I'm like, okay, now I'm scared. And she's like, oh yeah. I'm like, okay, now I'm scared. I was like, it's nice to meet you. And she's like, thank you for showing me that. I was like, you fucking hated that. I can tell you You fucking get that all the
Uh,
time.
you think she was judging you, like,
And
internally?
she was just like, she didn't say it like that. She was just like, well, now I have to hear it. I go, ooh.
Sound by the way you say it, it sounds like she doesn't want to
Yeah,
hear it.
dance, monkey. Dance. Do it. Dance, monkey.
I mean, but then again, like on Twitter, I have seen her like interact with fans who are able to do their own Tails impressions, you know, and she seems to be like having fun. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if she gets tired of like interacting with certain fans. I mean, she's an actor. Maybe she does. Maybe she doesn't. I don't know.
And I bet Amir Talai has heard my Alistair voice before. I'm pretty
Nice.
sure. And that scares me a little bit. Because I don't really stick to a formula with Alistair. I just say whatever. Alistair, let me tell you something funny about playing Alistair. Alistair is just me, is just who I wish I was. What I wish I could say. Alistair is just my brain. Alistair can say the most like funny shit or like out of pocket shit, and that's the shit I wish I could say.
Okay, so for another question for you, how do you mentally prepare yourself for another project as an actor, voice actor, and as a director?
As an actor, I get the script, I get a picture of the character, and I say, let's go, let's just do it. You just jump right into it. As a director, for Frankenstein, I've had the script, I've had many versions of the script since I was very young, so I understand the characters. And then once I got to the final version and I casted my actors and actresses, I just said, okay, okay. And then I just let them have it and kind of find themselves in the character. So I'm just ready no matter what.
Okay, here's a one that's pretty topical, pretty controversial, given the whole status of things in the voice acting community as of late right now. Well, pretty much most communities, but
Ooh, I bet I know what's gonna go on here.
How has technology, well, aka AI, impacted your work?
It hasn't really impacted my work. I'm scared that somebody's gonna copy my voice and use it for bad. Uh, I I love to go on Twitter and just like make fun of people who make like AI short films and like making AI short films is like not good. And like I remember somebody posted on Twitter, I made this AI Pixar quality short in just 8 days, and I quote tweeted it and I said, "That's a nice way to say you sat there for 8 days and did nothing." and, and I was just like, and that was like my first tweet in like forever, and I was like, okay, I'm so bad. We're so bad. No, I hate it. It's icky. I don't like AI. It's gross. But I don't hate people who use it. Like if they want to use it, then cool. But I don't. It's not my preference, especially as a filmmaker.
AI, as of right now, I don't think is really that much of a threat when it comes to, well, voice acting, pretty much. Because when I was watching the Demon Slayer movie, I'm pretty sure they used AI on two characters because it was kind of obvious. And I was wondering, like, can just hire someone to do like that quick line real quick instead of using AI?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of embarrassing to hear, I'm not gonna lie. It's like, you're a professional studio. You have the money to hire someone, even if it's just for like 5 minutes.
Line. Yeah. A piece of dialogue. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's just like a sentence, I feel like it was kind of embarrassing just kind of hearing that. I don't know if it was AI per se, but like I say that because just the way it sounded off. Like
Yeah.
even if
Yeah.
it was like a bad actor, you could like at least tell. But with AI, it's a new growing thing. I don't think it's gonna be a threat anytime soon per se. I know many people they try to protect themselves because of AI, which I can understand. It's a scary, scary thing. I just don't think it's gonna replace anyone anytime soon. It has replaced people like in other forms of work, but creatively, people are more protective on that than they like
Yeah.
blue
Yeah.
collar works. You know?
Like actors and directors are more protective of their jobs. Because if you look at like an AI actor, or like there's a really funny guy on TikTok who like acts like he's a director, and he's like, okay, today I'm auditioning an AI family, and they're just like, wow, this script is so funny, I cannot wait. And we're just like, guys, we're scared of this fucking what? I don't know.
I mean,
It's
I've
just,
seen someone like use Sora to make like an anime of their persona. Like, oh, that's kind of cool though. But like at the same time, you see like all the little mistakes here.
yeah,
It's
like
pretty crude.
I just look at him and I go, when did SpongeBob have 6 fingers? I don't remember that.
Exactly.
Huh.
Again, I get it, guys. I get it. Like AI, it's scary. I get it, but I don't. As of right now, well, it's still improving. But like as of right now, I don't think it's gonna be a threat anytime soon.
I don't know.
I do like looking at some of the AI memes, especially like with Bob Ross fighting fucking Mr. Rogers. Those are fucking hilarious.
Oh my god. Ugh.
Just seeing Bob Ross crash out is just funny to me. Like that's just me though.
Yeah, because he's so calm all the time, and then if I get both of those people are, and you're just like, what?
And with AI, like it has affected the job market, like especially like with jobs where people like first get their first thing job, but still, especially like with places of work where people get their first job, like data entry, people start using AI for that now.
Yeah, and like bank tellers.
They use it for bank teller.
Sometimes. I mean, I think they're gonna start. It's not as bad, I don't give, I don't, give Donald Trump an extra eyeball. Yeah.
Because of AI, what do you think the future of voice acting is gonna look like?
Hopefully, we get more protection. I mean, Sean Astin is the president of SAG-AFTRA now. He's a very famous actor. He was like, in Lord of the Rings and the Goonies, and like, he's a respected voice actor in his own right. So I hope he having somebody who is well known in the union now as the president. I hope he's more, protective of even his job, because he's still an actor.
If you could revisit like one of your projects or like a character you voiced in the past, what would it be?
Ooh, projects. I wrote again Elvis movie, but I also wrote an Elvis TV series, which is like more of a straightforward like story about his life. And I did so much research. I read so many books. I read, watched so many documentaries. I did everything, and I would love to get that produced professionally. I even told Priscilla Presley about it at a convention, and I was like, I am an actor, I'm a writer, I'm a director. She was like, we need more people like you, who do all of it. But like in terms of character, I don't know, I've gotten to play so many awesome characters. I would love to be like Batman or Bugs Bunny again. I love playing Bugs Bunny. And I recently got to do it again with Alistair. I loved playing Alistair. I think playing Alistair on Grind My Gears is so much fun. He's just so funny,
Yeah.
and writing for that character is just so much fun. Because I at the end of every episode, he has like a tagline where he's just like, remember, kids, Vox is a no good piece of shit, or like, remember, people's favorite one was at the end of one of the episodes. No, it's not that one. It was the other one. And he goes, look, remember, you may love me, but I don't love you because I'm asexual.
Oh, I love that
And
line.
and there was in the third episode, in like the first episode, he goes, remember, kids, don't call our phones because they don't work. Just something stupid like that. I love that shit. I love that shit so much.
Okay, do you have any dream collaborators, actors you would love to direct, or directors you would love to act for?
Yes, so many. Oh my gosh. Uh, I would love to direct. actors I would love to direct. I mean, Tom Hanks would be cool. Like in a professional sense, Tom Hanks would be awesome. Tom Cruise, just any of the mega movie stars. Actors I would love to be directed by. Um, Fuck you, Steven Spielberg. Again, I would love to be directed by Steven Spielberg. Um, I would love to there's just so many, and there's so many movies I would love to make one day. I have a whole list of movies I would love to direct someday as like a dream dream thing. So there's just so many.
Have you ever had like a funny or awkward experience
When like
when
acting
as a director and as an actor?
as an actor, no, not really as an actor. I mean, yes, there's some moments when like acting on stage, when like there's dead air, somebody forgets a line, and they're like, just go for it, just improv until I get it. So you have to improv a lot. As a director, um, there was one moment which was very funny but also very awkward when in my short film 48, behind the scenes I was handing our drug dealer some fake drugs, and I was like, okay, here's fake crack cocaine, and she goes, yeah, cocaine, as an administrator walked by, and we were like, no, no,
Oh
no, fake,
no!
fake, fake, they are fake, not real. And I was just like, oh, this is not fun.
Were you approached by that same teacher?
That's an administrator. He's a family friend. I know him personally,
Okay.
and when it came out, he just complimented the film, and he didn't talk about that.
Oh god. Imagine you getting in trouble for that.
No, a lot of people saw it and they were very excited. It was fun to be popular for about a week, after it came out.
My next question: what's a role you auditioned for but you didn't get, but you really wish you had?
Fuck you. I think you know what I'm about to say.
Say it.
Boxtown.
Well mentioned Boxtown.
This is the first time I publicly mentioned my disappointment with Boxtown. I auditioned. I okay. Here's this, and I understand where they were coming from a studio point. But when Tara Strong, I love Tara Strong, by the way. I've met Tara Strong; she's amazing. When Tara Strong was fired from Boxtown, and they needed a new character, they needed a new voice for Bill the Orphan. I was like, okay, I'm going to throw this audition together. And then I was not very confident in it, so I showed it to everybody before I submitted it. And everybody loved it. They were just like, this is so good. If you get this job, you're going to be famous. And I get there, and they're like, sorry, we can't have you audition. And I said, ooh, and you're like, you're a minor. We can't have you audition. I was like, okay. And then, I have no hate for the team at Boxtown. I hope that show still hasn't come out. I don't think.
It was a shame that you never got the role, or at least got the chance to audition, because, like, when I first listened to your audition, I thought, like, it was really, really good, and honestly, I thought you were better than Tara Strong.
Woo! Yeah. I have no hate towards the people. I don't even think that show has come out, and it's crazy because I've come out with 2 short films where Boxtown hasn't even come out with an episode.
But I know like it got a hold through because like Tara Strong at the time had her own personal drama going on. I think.
Yeah,
I think because of her political beliefs, but I
it
could be
was
wrong.
all police and stuff, and they
Was it
didn't
political
want.
beliefs?
It was like Israel Palestine stuff, which
Oh
like
yeah,
I'm not
that.
here to get into. I'm not here to get into any of that. But you know, which is yeah. So I auditioned for that, and that's a show I really wish I would have liked to been a part of.
But yeah, like every time Tara Strong did her voice for that character, I just kept hearing Timmy Turner.
Anyways, on to my next question. What advice do you have to voice actors who want to move in on directing?
Try it. Just do it. Try it. If you don't like it, then that's you. Um, think of it more as like you're acting. You're like an assistant to the actors. You're here to help the actors. Just do it honestly. Don't let anything hold you back on it. I
What's
don't.
something you wish you knew earlier when starting your career as an actor?
Um, that you can't be an asshole to your co-stars. You gotta you gotta at least be a little bit on the same page with all your co-stars.
What's one piece of advice you wish someone gave you when you started out?
Um, that it's a lot harder than you know. I I thought voiceover was a lot easier than stage, when in reality it's really not. It's very hard.
So
Um,
wait, so which is harder, stage acting or voice acting?
Voiceover for sure. Voiceover. They're
And,
kind of the same, honestly.
and I honestly kind of wish I started voice acting a little bit earlier, but like what I mean by that, I mean like maybe at the mid 2010s, because I feel like voice acting back then was kind of more niche. But like nowadays, everyone kind of wants to be a voice actor, and I feel like maybe I started out a little bit too late voice acting because like it's kind of harder to get your name out there.
Of course, yeah, yeah.
I feel like everyone nowadays is doing it,
Yeah.
but it doesn't mean it's not impossible.
No, I mean, again, don't let anything hold you back. Just do it.
Okay, for this question, what's a mistake new voice actors should avoid?
Um, mic levels. Be nicer to the engineers. Don't make them go deaf.
I have
Uh,
actually had worked with terrible audio, and I spent like I remember a whole
micro.
day trying to fix it up, and I just couldn't do it. I tried my
Yeah,
best.
yeah. That's my one issue. Is just like microphones, audio. Be good with your mic levels. You got to stand, away from the mic or closer. Um, you know,
Yeah, and I do try to be nice. I know everyone, because like when I started out, I actually used my phone for like the longest time until I afford like an actual UBS mic. Because again, right now that's pretty much all I can afford, and not everyone can afford something like this, you know? Because like being a voice actor is very expensive. You have to
it'll,
invest in it. You have to invest a lot of stuff and a lot of time into it.
it is very expensive and it takes a lot of knowledge. Um, Even in like terms of like microphones, Corey Burton, who's a very famous voice actor, um, he knows everything about mics. Every interview I see him in, he's just got like a wall of different microphones like together in his booth, so he knows what mic to use for what sounds better, what does this. It blows my mind.
But yeah, like if you are going to like step into voice acting, because I know I'm saying this and you should, but you should really take it slow. It is a long out process, drawn out
It
process.
is not easy. It's long. It could take forever to get your first role. Um, you know,
So like, what's one piece of advice you wish you gave to yourself when you started out as a director?
um, there's nothing I really gave to myself. What I would do, so like conventions and stuff, I would meet certain actors and I would ask them about the filmmakers they work with, like Dante Bosco, who is uh, uh, Zuko in Avatar.
Oh, you met him.
Yeah, I've met Dante Bosco. He was in the movie Hook. He was in the movie Hook, and he
I don't
played
think I've
Luke.
seen that. What was that movie?
It's Robin Williams is the grown up Peter Pan.
Okay.
Yeah. And Dante Bosco plays Rufio. And that movie is directed by surprise, Steven Spielberg.
Cool. You and Steven
Yeah,
Spielberg.
can we get a count of how many times I've mentioned Steven Spielberg?
I might just make
Um
a counter. I mean, who
yeah.
knows?
Can we get one in the corner? Ding. Can we have like a cinema sins like counter? Um Yeah, I would ask him because I know Spielberg. What I've heard from like interviews and stuff is very energetic about the performances and the camera work. His camera work is incredible in all of his movies, and he knows exactly what he wants. So I just ask certain film actors like what do these directors look for in a performance, or what are your if you have standards for a director, what are those? You know,
Looking back, what would you tell your younger self about starting out as an actor?
starting out as an actor, listen to your directors,
Yeah, that's pretty solid advice. I mean,
which is kind of ironic now.
I know, right? So, how would you measure your success as a voice actor?
I think I'm moderately doing okay.
You
I
think
think
so?
I people like my work. They like the things I do. Um, and just like on stage and like voiceover and like filmmaking, people like what I do. I get compliments for it all the time. It's very nice. I love it, you know.
As a voice actor, is there like any franchise or medium you haven't worked in yet, but you would love to?
Ooh. As a voice actor, I would love to do more video games.
You see, I tried to like get some voice roles in the video game that didn't work out.
Yeah, I think me and Bolte DeFrez, creator of BB1 is gonna we're gonna do some video games later down the line, and I'm very excited.
Anyway, for next
Shocker.
question here, for next question here, what kind of characters do you get cast the most?
Uh,
Like what kind of characters?
uh, I don't know. I for a minute it was like boyish characters because all I did was Tails from Sonic.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
so fuck you. You yeah. It was kind of boyish characters, and then I started doing more impression stuff, and like that opened the doors for me. Like, okay, this guy just doesn't play like young, boyish characters. He has a whole range. So honestly, it's like whatever I'm handed.
For my last question, where do you see yourself going forward as an actor and as a director?
As an actor, I hope to do uh some really cool I hope to just do more professional stuff, honestly. Because I look at people like Soggy Pickles, for example, and he's killing it right now.
Oh yeah, he's like
He's
really good.
like a professional voice actor now, and
Is he?
like kind of, yeah, he's like a professional actor and voice actor now. And yeah, as a director, as an actor, I would love to just like I look at that and I'm just like, wow, that's awesome. That gives me hope. Like, okay, that can happen. So I would just love to do little bit parts and things, and because I do really want to focus more on directing. As a director, the dream is winning the Oscar for best director. That's the dream. To direct movies I've been dreaming about since I was a child. um to get Lucy Frankenstein made. uh we start shooting that in the summertime, and that's kind of like a little sad but also very cool, because that's a story that's been with me for a lot of my adolescence, and to see it finally come together is just like sad but also kind of cool.
That your
uh
baby's growing up?
it's crazy, because now I'm handing off the characters I created to actors to actually play them, and it's crazy. I've been talking a lot with the actress who plays the main character, Lucy Frankenstein, and it's just crazy because that character is very much modeled after me, after my personal experiences, and just to see that handed off to somebody else is bittersweet.
Cause yeah, cause like I have like my own stories I do beyond you. like act them out, but and of course they are original, not fan made. They have been inspired by things I do love, of course. That one being Power Rangers. It's cringe that to say. Uh, but I don't think I'm ever gonna like put those into fruition because I don't know how I want the story to be told. Not live action and animation's gonna be take a long time, especially since I don't
Yeah.
really know how to draw per se. And sure, I could do some 3D animation if I know how to like render certain models or how I make them. And I could do audio, but at the same time, I want people to see the characters. I want people to feel the characters, not just
Yeah.
hear them.
Yeah.
But I'm still trying to figure that out, and plus, I'm still writing for myself anyway. When it comes to
Yeah.
like the projects I do love, huh?
Yeah. I think directing in animation and live action is great. I'm currently developing something animation with a friend of mine, Dual Scrib. We've been working on something for about a year. We kind of put it on the back burner for a little bit because I went off and I became a film director. But I would love to get that off the ground at some point.
Since you have like done camera work, have you thought about like doing animation yourself
As like a director or like an animator.
as an animator?
I don't have the patience to be a animator.
That's fair. Neither do I,
I
pretty much.
don't have the patience. I am astounded. I've done stop motion, um, but again, that's a tedious process.
I feel like that's more tedious than like regular animation.
Um, Again, bring it back to square. That one took about 4 hours to do.
Kind of
Um,
quick.
it was, but when you're just moving it with your finger for 4 hours, you're just like, kill me. Um, so yeah, it's no, I love it.
All right, that's pretty much all I have to ask, pretty much. So thank you, Blake, for coming on board with me.
Uh huh.
Yeah, I highly appreciate it. And guys, if you want to check out Blake's channel, it'll be in the description below, all of his videos. Do you still want me to link below your first account? I think that's pretty much abandoned, isn't it?
You can look. You can link both. I mean, we have the new episode of Grind My Gears coming out pretty soon. We have Lucy Frankenstein, which is a passion project, which is a film going to my film account. We have a third short film shooting probably some point this week, which is very exciting. And yeah, I just have a lot of things in the pipeline. I'm producing a lot of things. So yeah, I'm on Twitter. I'm on Instagram. My Instagram is just I think Blake Blake the voice actor, DA voice actor. Um, and my Instagram is Blake Buchanan Directs. Go follow me there, and yeah, we have some fun stuff coming.
All right. All that stuff would be in the link below. So yeah, if you guys want to contact Blake as a voice actor or maybe as a director, his links will be down below in the description. But yeah, Blake, I want to thank you for coming to today's podcast. It's been a bit since I did another episode.
All right.
Yeah. Until next time, guys. See ya.
Yeah, that's all, folks.